In this video, I'm going to solve one practice question on trend forecasting, question number 19 from chapter 8. We're going to use data file Jefferson. So here I have the question. We have a data file. We have the annual enrollment for Jefferson Community College for the past 9 years. And we want to first construct a time series plot, like a line chart, and comment on the type of pattern that exists in the data. And then the next part of the question asks for a simple linear regression analysis to find the line, to find basically the estimated line that minimizes MSE for this time series. So this is basically the definition of, that's what the trend line in a line chart gives us, because we know that the trend line in the line chart tries to, well, actually is the optimal line in terms of minimizing SSE, sum of squares due to error, and MSE is actually sum of squares due to error divided by the number of observations, right? So it's exactly the same as minimizing SSE. So this line in part B, it's basically asking for trend line equation. And then in part C, we're asked to make a forecast for year 10, for the next year, 2010. All right, so I'm gonna come here. For part A is a simple line chart. So for part A, it's a simple line chart. So I just select column C, insert, line with marker. And obviously we see a consistent increasing trend, and it's quite linear, as you can see here. I don't see any non-linearity here in terms of the increasing pattern in the data, in the enrollment data. So I'm just gonna add access title, get rid of the grid lines. This one, the vertical is enrollment number. And then this one, the vertical axis would be period. All right. So we just need to add the trend lines in order to get the equation. So for part A, it asks to do the time series plot and comment on the trend. So the trend pattern exists, increasing trend pattern. I would just put it here, increasing linear trend, increasing linear trend pattern exists in this data file, in this actually time series enrollment. For part B, it asks us to come up with, it actually asks us to find the equation. So we just need to add the trend line and get the equation. So that's all we need to do. So we just go ahead and find the equation and use this equation for y hat slope times period plus the intercept. And I'm going to use this for, so that's the equation. That's also an answer to part B, because we're looking for the equation. So the y-intercept is 4.72 and the slope is 1.46 almost. And then for the last part of this question, what is your forecast for the next year? So 2010, and then the period number in this chart, in this actually, if you want to use this equation, you need to be consistent. For the next year, period number is going to be 10. Therefore, your forecast is going to be, I just highlight this with the yellow color, and I just go ahead and put the forecast for the next year in here. So I just need to replace period with 10. I just need to plug 10 into this equation, and that will give me the enrollment number. So it's going to be 4.7167 plus 1.4567 times the period number, and period number here would be 10. So this would be the answer to part C of this question. 19.28. That would be our forecast for the next year.